because you just chrono the team, do your Cataclysm, maybe two. It's a great late game win condition where, like, even if you're struggling a little bit, once you chrono 2 cores and double Cataclysm, like, good luck winning the game. You know, like, you're going to win. It's got to either be mostly from Void. Death Prophet would either have to be in chrono or dealing with other people in the meantime. It's like you got to, or Meteor. Basic Chaos Meteor or land the EMP kind of things. Or you can Alacrity the Void, I guess that's another thing. So there are ways to do some damage in the farm.
Nothing to say, walking into Twin and Jabs, toss over. It's going to take a little bit of a nap here, this Tiny. Sonic Wave coming out, nothing to say, it's just absolutely blown up. And oh look, it's our good friend Death as Y just gets cut down. They're not even done. There's not a lot of mana left on Twin. He's looking at Faith Beyond like, hey.
And he's almost got his Orchid finished. 400 gold to go, and we're only 14 minutes in the game.
Oh my god, Jabs. Jabs,
it
please.
just gets better. Oh, I just pressed enter. There's a couple jab spams going on
There's
here.
just a couple. He's also just asking for a high five non-stop. Just following them all around. All of these spams.
Gotta get in their minds, dude. Raise your team morale.
This is where you mute the enemy team.
That's a safe play. Very safe play.
Only allow, you know, incoming team chat.
Not a bad idea. Sometimes you gotta mute your teammates too.
It's warfare. It's absolute warfare. Yeah, sometimes I have to mute you.
I believe that.
Nah, dude, I'm kidding.
Faces Void dreaming of a Maelstrom here. He's got it queued up. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank, but he's got a ways to go. The only salvation is this Chip Fest, one of the few neutral items that accelerates you in an AoE sense here. So just bought himself a teleport scroll as well. That's the other thing. You run at him, you make him leave. It's like he's got to spend 100 gold every time
I was about to say,
lanes.
I want to know how much gold he's had to spend on being able to just move around the map. Why? Throwing out the Nightmare here on Death.
Will this be his time?
No.
Nope.
He's still going too. He's like, ha, come back here. Looks like they're going to try to go for a D-ward at the very least. That silence getting tossed out over onto Death. He's got the Yules to be able to just remove it. And he's just still going. He still wants a kill. He wants why. He saw why in the first place. Being script will hold him into play. Looks like they're finally going to be able to get that kill that they wanted for so long. But
honestly, still feels good.
That's an Exo burn. They're not taking on their side of the map. They're not taking any objectives.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Death got them to use. They got him to use Exorcism near their tier 2 tower on their side of the map. Like by the time he gets to the tier 1 tower, it's over, and now they just get another kill.
And now
like,
Faith Beyond is thinking, oh dear God, I need to get out of here as fast as possible.
Yep.
DJ is here. All right, there it is. There's a Chronosphere, but where are you going to get all that damage? Throwing in. There's a Sunstreak. All right, Twen will fall. The silence, but they're still running after them. They don't want to give any quarter, although DJ's sitting very low. They're going to be able to find themselves a kill. Raven, though, looking very healthy, and Ame is looking very dead right now. Faith Beyond trying to hide in the corner. They have the Yules. This is not going to end well for you, sir. The high five coming out from Jabs. Yet again, it's a double kill for Raven. And another voice line from Jabs.
It was a good pressure.
Get out of there, why, homie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Jabs with the blink, the toss back. Like I got your little present for when you wake up, Death. Just goes right on through the yo-yo of Death. Does, of course, have the brain sap, so it looks like he's going to be all right there, but I'm sure he was a little like, oh no. At least I was.
Yeah, and this is the important thing to do. He's forcing LGD to react to him constantly, and once in a while they get a kill on him, but they burned Fiend's Grip. Cataclysm needs to get a lot.
Oh dear, I believe Y is going to be disappearing very, very shortly as they cut down the trees. They've silenced him, and we'll try to eventually just get, that's a funny looking thing there. Brain sap, couple more clicks, and Death, hello? No, we're just kidding, dude. You have been an outstanding.
Yeah, just camera's at a bad angle. That's all.
It's fine. He didn't want to do it anyways. It was the BM chain.
All right, we got nothing to say. He's got Boots of Travel finished, queuing up a BKB next, so no refresher anytime soon. But he does need BKB to help himself stay alive. Totally makes sense why he's going for this. But with that said, the Bloodlust is now maxed up on the Ogre. He's even been able to afford an Aether Lens. It's going to make it easier for him to land his Fire Blast from range, get those long duration stuns. But mostly just amplify his team. And the pressure continues. Death almost, he's got a Sange, got a Plate Mail, going for Lotus Orb up next. Just going to help protect himself against Enfeeble or Grip, but look at the smoke.
It is time. The Chronosphere is up. The Cataclysm is up. Jabs just wanders on in and breaks the smoke, and they don't know that he's there. They drop the sentry. They're a little too late. DJ looking for this opening. They're trying to back off. They're not sure if they want to go back. And look at Ame, though. So patient. Trying to find this opening. DJ is being a little cheeky over here. He's just going to try to take that outpost. Easy peasy. The silence comes off. They won't have an Ogre for this fight. So I think Fnatic is going to respect that. But again, it's an Exo on their side of the map. It's
Once
not
again.
how you want to use those.
Yeah, he was being pretty cheeky there. He's going to take Shrine, be like, hey guys, I'm here, taking Shrine. And he almost dodged the Tornado, and it looked a little bit weak, but the fact that everybody was able to disengage while Exorcism was used completely changes everything. But the thing is, if they don't use Exorcism there, maybe they don't even kill Ogre. Like, they kind of needed to do it because, once again, their damage is not super easy to execute or low resource usage. So, one dead hero, briefly back up, and now they're going to be on the map again.
Chen is already on the hunt with his good friend Jabs. As Wise just trying to buy some more time. They'll throw a tree out, they'll blink forward, they'll eventually get the Bane. It's just going to take them a little while, and this is a little bit of more space, right? This is more space for Ame. He's going to be able to go hit some more creeps.
I guess. I mean, he's jungling with a Maelstrom only at 23 minutes. Like,
It doesn't feel good,
he's hitting
but
creeps, but it doesn't feel amazing, yeah.
what else is he going to hit right now, though, dude?
Well, I'm just saying if he's hitting a creep wave, he's getting more golden experience is all I'm
True.
saying. So
Okay,
if he's like off on the bot lane, about to pressure a tier 2 tower, kind of like how Nothing to Say is, I would be like, I'm happy for Void. But if it's Invoker getting it, you know, I'd prefer that net worth goes to Void because Void's got a lot of catch up to do. Like, he's 9.3k gold or net worth, and Luna's over there 15k, very strong. Eye of Scotty's finished. That means the Death Prophet's out of the game, effectively, because now you're getting 40% less lifesteal. That's like the Scotty moment is terrifying for Death Prophet when it comes. So, like, now your offlaner, Faith Beyond, is a damage source. He's not going to be able to tank nearly the same.
And look at the way that they smoke up. They're like, where is Ame? We know that he's going to want to be hitting creeps. He wants to farm. He wasn't on the top part, but you see, they read it so well. They immediately go, they teleport him up to the top lane. It's a double damage room, but they're just going to push it out. And right now, it definitely feels very scary for Psg Lgd. It feels like they're not able to step out of the space hardly at all. Another smoke coming out, though. They're looking to use this combination because it went very well last fight. But they need to make sure that they get enough people and the right people.
Yeah, not just an Ogre.
Not just DJ, who just happens to wander on through again. Hey, guys. Do you guys know that Purge does a really good Ogre impersonation?
It's not true.
It definitely does. If you were watching the our pre-show over on the other stream the other day.
Man, was that the fill hour that we did?
That was our pre-show, Purge.
Ah, yes, very good. We basically covered everything that you'll ever need to know about TI in it, but you know, until the first game played. Now it's all irrelevant. But
and then some.
yes. So got to play those supports in the front, break the smokes.
When finding himself faceless Void bashes, but they follow up. Sonic Wave, he's out of here. Not in the way he wants to be. Again, they found themselves death. They'll go with the Sunstrike. They should be able to get the kill on the Timbersaw this time around. But again, another Exo over on that side. DJ and Raven just slicing through. Okay, that's a really nice Winter's Curse. That's going to buy a bit more time. He's fairly tanky, though. I don't believe it's going to be quite enough to take out Chuen, as Jabs is indeed here. Faithian, he can't decide. He's like, should I stay or should I go? Which I'm pretty sure is a song. And he decides, I need to leave.
Well, I'm surprised that Winter's Curse didn't produce a kill. I mean, that's a Luna hitting you. That's scary stuff. But
It's a fairly tanky Queen of Pain, too.
Yeah, she was. I think it's just that they have decent levels. She went Strength Talent. Nothing's really weird going on here. The main thing was, I guess, that Luna's neutral item isn't damage-based. She went Scotty, which is like an okay damage item, not incredible. And Luna traditionally just does a lot of AoE as well. So it just kind of worked out nicely. She also didn't have Bloodlust on her at the time. Otherwise, it would have been a kill for sure.
Yeah, for
so.
sure.
A little tough. Once again, Death is the only guy that dies, but he is safe. I can't help but think that he wants maybe like a Lotus Orb, or not a Lotus, the Aeon Disc, maybe. Maybe if you can get it to proc, that's like maybe the one way to save him, other than like somebody else using him in the air. But you know, either way, he's tanking the damage, and his team's still getting kills, getting advantage. They're waiting for second Roshan, which I'm pretty confident to say that they should be set on, especially because they're waiting on Cataclysm now. Cataclysm got used. It's up in 20. So I guess they'll still have a window on LGD. When Rosh comes up, they'll have one more Chrono Cataclysm team fight, and if they get enough kills with it, then PSG Lgd can get back in this game. They can take Aegis, they can take Dustin and is unfortunately in a position where he can't do anything if you play aggressive like that. You walk up, you harass them, you zone them, and you're happy.
Nothing to say. There are many people that are slowly coming over here. Death doesn't have that detection. We'll just ping it out, but he's very speedy. Walks into Jabs. BKB comes out. He's going to have to teleport away. He cannot stay here. That is not how you want to use that BKB.
It's not. That was his 8-second BKB, so it's getting a little lower. Not the best for him, unfortunately, but either way, he's got to go play on that side of the map no matter what, because he is the most survivable. The reason he's been doing it over Ame is because there was such a long period of time where he had BKB and escape tools. Ame did not. He doesn't want to have to blow Chronospheres defensively, for example. So that's what they had to do, push out those side lanes, and eventually you're going to get punished and have to use BKB. And here comes the high ground.
Here comes the high ground. Xingqiu in position, though. They're looking like they want to just get rid of this Wyvern. They don't want to have to... Yeah, there's no Winter's Curse that they have to worry about at all. No buyback up here on Wyvern. 40-something seconds. Several Lotus Orbs being thrown out. Faith Beyond trying to run away. Death just keeps putting on that pressure. The Exorcism does get popped. They go for that Chronosphere, followed up with the Sunstrikes. They'll blow up Death, but you still have a Luna over here. And you do have someone who's gone perhaps a little bit too far. Jab's going to pay for his sins here for going in, but a couple more clicks coming out. Got the XO, nothing to say. We'll just slowly get chipped down. And Fabian, he's trying everything he can. He's got all the ghosts, but look at that multicast. Oh dear. Raven just doing things that a Luna does in this mid-game. Hitting the buildings, forcing them back.
They just can't approach at all. DJ did a cool move there during the chrono. He actually walked up and tanked one of the Sunstrikes that was going to hit the Luna to split the damage in half, just to keep Raven's HP a little bit higher. So these like little min-max things that they did gives them a better chance in these team fights. But Lgd has to go for that. Unfortunately for them, they don't quite have the Refresher Orb. They didn't have it in that match. It was 4,000 gold on the Invoker, but he wasn't quite there yet. Ate the Sunstrike in that clip right there. And yeah, they're going to kill Jabs in the back line, but Faith Beyond is not the best front liner at this point. They used a great halberd on the Lgd side against Raven to buy them some time right before his BKB got popped. But unfortunately, at that point, fight was still too far over. Void desperately looking to catch up here. Almost, he does have Mjolnir now, aiming for a shard. And a Scotty is absolutely necessary against Luna, but the net worth disadvantage is so big. We're like almost double now. Raven was almost 2 times the net worth of the enemy carry. And now he's got Butterfly too. So
he still has an Aegis. He still has an Aegis. Sky is having a perfect game, 6-0-5 right now. Very powerful. He's got his teammates to go and tank all of this damage. Look at this, he just does not care. He gets silenced. Okay, big deal. He's got a Lotus on him. Oh, it pops it. Plus with this...
That was a Mirror Shield. He had a Linken's and a Lotus. That's a Mirror Shield.
That's pretty much it.
And he's got armor here.
Off here. There it is. There's Winter's Curse. Again, it's the wrong target, though. These guys, they don't do enough.
Oh, no.
It's a follow-up.
It's too early.
No, it's too early. That's a huge mistake. The Aegis, though, does get popped. But we're coming right back up again. Xingqiu, he will fall. Raven's back up. He's got the BKB. He's getting Fiend's Grip. But the rest of the team, what are they going to do to him? What can they possibly do? The buyback coming out now from Wyvern. They're trying to find any sort of an opening here. They get the Eclipse off. All right, BKB popped over onto Ame. He's trying to force them out of his base. He does not like that. They're here. Chuen gets stunned up. Couple of bashes. Not going to be able to run away this time around. Silence over onto this Timbersaw. Raven, though, he pops that Satanic. He gets Chronosphered by Ame. They're going to be able to follow up with the Cataclysm, with the Meatballs. It's enough. They take down the Luna. Death running for his life now. The tables have turned. Lgd, they're just going after them, taking them down one by one. DJ, he's been a sassy boy this entire time, but they've had enough. Where's your high five now, dude?
All right, they finally win a team fight. It looked so bad after that Cataclysm came out. If Winter's Curse is active, nobody there takes damage except for the primary guy from Winter Wyvern. So those Sunstrikes hit just a moment too early, and as a result, it looked really bad. But the crucial mistake was Chuen jumping in and getting killed a little out of position. The tower wasn't dead. Fnatic was flexing their strength clearly, but him dying was too much. Because once he's down, the burst damage is gone, and Fnatic wasn't able to prevent Lgd from chasing them down and scoring those kills.
What a fight. Honestly, what a fight. You cannot, at this level, when you are a team at TI-10, you cannot make these mistakes.
You can't. But on the bright side, a little opening from their opponent, some good punishment, and they were able to get the Queen of Pain. The BKB had already been used on her, so she ends up getting destroyed. She's queuing up a Satanic now. She might have been silenced. I do remember seeing silence when she was dying, but I don't know if she had blink or not is what I'm saying. Maybe she could have blinked out or something, but...
I mean, that is, it's both a curse and a blessing, right? When you have a very aggressive team, a very aggressive draft, and maybe sometimes you're feeling yourself a little bit too much. You're like, man, there's no way that we could possibly do this.
We're winning. They wasted their Cataclysm. It didn't. Their Chronosphere is down. We can certainly fight, but you know, they don't have any defensive items actually on their team. They just have some Yule Scepters. DJ did purchase the Fire Shield Shard, so he's been slapping that on his teammates, which is a great way to reduce the damage that Void does. But you know, other than that, Lotus, Linken's, they don't have a Force Staff, they don't have a Glimmer. Either of those items might have saved Queen of Pain, for example, but they're not working with it. They didn't need it until that moment.
And then they were like, man, we really needed that.
He bought it.
He got the Wind Waker.
And that's why Tiny didn't have a Force Staff or a Glimmer. Because he's like, I know what I need to make sure Cataclysm does not guarantee kill one of my cores every fight for the rest of the game. And it's that item, Wind Waker.
It's the second Wind Waker I think you and I have cast.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw a Puck have it the other day.
Ooh,
Raven does get revealed.
Uh-oh.
Looking for the Chronosphere, manages to go and grab 2 of the cores, but there it is, there's the Wind Waker. Buys him just enough time. Chuen, though, not going to be quite as lucky. BKB coming out, they'll be able to go and use the Winter's Curse, holding this Luna in place. As over on the other side, it's not looking great for DJ, not looking great for Jabs. Cores, though, they need a bit of help. There's so much damage. The Fear, the Exorcism, they blow up Raven. And this is looking like a very dead death, too.
They were not ready for that fight. And there was a perfect Observer Ward placed by LGD waiting for them to cross the river. They had perfect vision. They get the big Chronosphere. And even with that Wind Waker save on Luna, Quap dies instantly. No buyback. And all of a sudden, LGD is ahead. And let's think back, guys. Fnatic's been crushing all game. Here's that replay once again. They grip the Quap to guarantee her death. Ame's DPS is actually pretty solid now. He's able to clean up DJ on the backline. Winter's Curse offsets the BKB. In the Eclipse of Luna, then they tornadoed. It just allowed them to separate the fight so well. And that one mistake with Quap dying mid has opened up so much for LGD.
They do not have buyback on their 2 cores right now. They're just ripping through these buildings. And I wonder if PSG, I feel like perhaps they're going to play a bit safe. But if they knew, do you think they would try to put even more pressure over here on those cores? Or is that too risky?
This is the way to do it.
They're too calm and
It's
collected.
pretty safe. I mean, they just got a big net worth advantage. It's going to make the map positioning better for the rest of the game.
I feel like Fnatic would, though. Like, the way that they're so aggressive, the way that they play, they'll be like, let's go.
And in some ways, I would argue that even if LGD knows they have buyback, it's safer to take their racks, right? Because you're less out of position. When they buy back, you can more easily escape from the enemy's base, and they don't have Chronosphere Exo anyway, so if they get caught, they're like, they really don't want to fight. So this is just a safer move. Get big gold advantage now. That was like a 15k gold swing from the advantage that Fnatic has, and now they're playing from behind without any defensive items other than the Wind Waker.
They're out for blood again. Death and Chuan looking for anyone that they could possibly find. It looks like they're going to be able to just barely teleport away. Won't be able to find them this time around. So they check the tree line.
Ooh, Spell Prism, very good for Death Prophet if she wants it. But maybe going to go to somebody else instead, like Vasa's Void or Invoker, who would love to have lower cooldown as Refresh Orb and Exorcism, or as Cataclysms.
Double damage now on Void. His Chronosphere is up again. He's going to walk right into death here.
Man really doesn't like his level 10 talent. Thinks it's so bad that he'd get literally anything else over it. Interesting. Looking for his opening with the Scotty. If he jumps on the right hero, he's got pretty decent damage, some good stun lock, and the anti-healing. And now it's their turn to get Roshan with the Axe coming up. Who's going to get it? You know, this is the perfect
They haven't hard committed just yet.
Taps,
goes forward, goes backwards.
Jabs has toss requires no target. He's trying to throw him so deep that he can't escape. With that said, he's got Ags, so if he's got the
refresher,
he could jump back. Yeah, he could also refresher too. So 2 refreshers now. 1 on Void, 1 on Invoker. Let's see how many die.
Death taking a lot of damage. But again, just flirting back and forth, not a hard committal yet. The Exorcism will probably make the opening as they're going to go right after Death. They do get a really nice stun off though. Right away. Oh my god! Oh, it's just over like that. All of a sudden the Aegis pop. He's got to come right back up again, and he's got to find this opening. He's got to find himself a Chronosphere. He does manage to find it over here onto the Luna. There's going to be Cataclysm coming in hot. He's got a lot of damage. This is going to be enough. It looks like yes, they'll be able to take down Raven. Immediate buyback. Second Chronosphere comes out. There's just massive buybacks coming out. They're just wiping them. Everyone's buying back over on the side of Fnatic. They get a grip over on Chuen. They do manage to take down Y, but the rest of Psg Lgd, they're happy. They forced out 4 buybacks. Oh, and they might be getting themselves a little something extra, a little goodie bag here, because they're just going to tip away over onto this Death Prophet. She's silenced, and there's just so much damage. It's buying a lot of time while this is going on, but eventually, this could potentially Jabs.
He's got a chase, wants to prevent him from getting out. He's got a TP ready, so all he's got to do is jump pretty far.
He's good now.
Jabs Reddit is teleporting there instead, doesn't catch him, which is totally fine. Cost him a lot of buybacks for that fight, but that was Refresher Orbs and big ultis on the LGD side. So if Fnatic can cross the map right now and get at least a Rax, it would be decent. More likely they're going to force a buyback, but without those cooldowns, maybe they will be too scared to engage. we'll see what ends up happening. But unfortunately, they weren't able to save Raven in the fight. That was the big thing. When the Kronos came out, I was like, who's caught? Ogre, it's Luna. Okay, obviously you'll see Luna, but Jabs couldn't quite get the angle. I think his blink might have been down, or he tried to get close in time, but he got caught in the Chronosphere, didn't get the Wind Waker off, so wasn't able to protect Raven, unfortunately.
You can feel the bloodthirstiness coming out now from the side of Fnatic. They've already started crossing the river. They're trying to get into position.
And
they need to use this cooldown to their advantage right now.
Yeah, they really do want to use it. 40 seconds for Chrono, 54 for Refresher on Void, so they don't have a lot of time, but again, this is the downside of being behind on racks and map position. It's like when you do get some advantage, you got to cross so far, and you didn't kill enough heroes, and it took a little too long to kill Death Prophet, maybe as a result. By the time you get there, she's 30 seconds away, and yeah, they don't even have to buy back on LGD. But Fnatic does have great map positioning. They got some wards down, but now that the spells are almost off, they're going to retreat again, it looks like.
Then they're feeling aggressive. They go for a smoke. Death hiding in the tree line, as is DJ. Trying to get as much information as possible, but they don't see them. Looks like they're going maybe for a wraparound play. You can see some pings coming out.
Putting a ward down by Roche. That one will be useful later on, or just for now, spotting heroes as they might approach. They're going to notice a tornado. That'll give them information about where LGD is playing. But it's better for Fnatic to stay over here by the tri-camp. You can cut the mid wave and the bot wave, and those are the two Raxes that they're struggling in anyway. So it's going to help them make sure that LGD can't cross the map very confidently. It's going to force LGD to play the opposite side of the map, and it's going to make it potentially easy for Fnatic to hit some buildings. Because right now their creep wave's about to approach. They could go hit buildings mid if they feel confident knowing where LGD is. Like Ame showing top right now, for example. So eventually they're going to have to go back, or they can threaten some split push, and let's see what they choose. One TP coming back. I think that got spotted by Nothing to Say. But yeah, everybody on Fnatic now backing up. Except for Chuan.
You've got to be feeling a little bit nervous right now, Fnatic, right? You just expended 4 different buybacks.
Yeah.
If you get caught out again, that could just very easily be the end of the game.
Oh yeah, it's the end. If 2 cores die before getting any response kills, yeah, the game's over. So it's all about the initiation, the vision, reading the map, where your opponents are putting their heroes, are they fully together. And frankly, that doesn't even matter much. You just need a Chronosphere and some global spells. So
look how fast Chuan's just like nope, 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 nope.
Yep. He
pops that haster and says like, yeah, no.
He saved his recipe though, so that's good. He was about to buy a plane. Probably wasn't a bad idea to skip it, but like, you know, Chronosphere AoE when you have Cataclysm is real good.
Aeon just picked up now for the Winter Wyvern. We're reaching that state of the game where it's all about who can outlast each other, who can survive the longest so you can get out the damage needed. And look at this movement coming out. The Hex immediately, Ame finding death. Aeon just immediately proccing over here to throw out the Lotus. He's going to have to use that Yule's by a little bit more time rather than the Windbreaker that he just picked up, but there's too much damage. The Fear on top of that.
Oh, the bash.
He's not going to be able to do it. He's got 1 more second till he comes up. No, that is a dead death. Over on the back line, Chuan trying to poke, trying to get anything. The Chronosphere does come out, though. He has the BKB, so no, that's just too much damage. Chuan will fall. Buyback now. He's the only one over on the side of Fnatic with that buyback. Exorcism has been used. Well, try to push them up. Raven, need to be careful. The BKB follows up again, but they have the Wind Waker. They're going to wait very patiently. Stun, Hex, follow up. Is this the end? It's the end of Raven. And they've got plenty of damage on the other side here as Chuan is not looking healthy. He will fall. The GG indeed gets called. PSG waiting so patiently.
That was incredible play by LGD as a whole. They just completely came back after that one mistake, and as a result, slowly collected